My dear child, there is something extremely significant regarding your son that you must become aware of today. If you truly believe in the presence and guidance of angels, I urge you to listen carefully, for this message carries immense importance. You have always devoted yourself to your son's well-being, making countless sacrifices and placing his happiness, success, and future above all else. However, today, a revelation concerning him has surfaced, one that is crucial for you to understand as it may alter the course of his life. This message, sent forth by divine angels, is not just any ordinary communication but a sacred transmission meant specifically for you. It has arrived at this moment to open your eyes to something you may not have perceived before. Your son is treading upon a path you never imagined for him, and while you may not yet see it clearly, your guardian angels do. They deeply care for both you and him and wish to extend their divine assistance to illuminate the right path before you. They urge you to take the necessary actions, for this message is not to be ignored. By heeding this guidance, you will come to understand everything unfolding around your beloved child. Your son, the very heartbeat of your existence, stands at a pivotal crossroads in his life. The choices he makes now can either lead him toward a future filled with prosperity, joy, and fulfillment, or drag him into unforeseen turmoil and darkness. The love you have poured into him, the dreams you have nurtured, and the vision you hold for his success have all been built upon your unwavering hope that he will thrive and become everything you have wished for him to be. Yet, a grave concern has emerged. The vast world he navigates is filled with both righteousness and deception, with pathways leading to wisdom and others leading to ruin. Somewhere along his journey, he has begun to deviate from the secure and virtuous road you envisioned for him. The individuals he associates with, the influences that have stealthily entered his life, and the subtle yet powerful energies surrounding him are all steering him toward a direction that does not align with the bright future you have always imagined for him. Unbeknownst to you, he is now in the company of those whose intentions may not be pure. These individuals may not wish the best for him but instead might be leading him toward confusion, distraction, and, in the worst case, destruction. The purpose of this divine message is not to instill fear in your heart but to awaken you to a reality that requires your immediate awareness. As a parent, you have always held a protective watch over him, ensuring his safety and support. Now, more than ever, he needs your wisdom, guidance, and intervention. The world he is growing up in is brimming with temptations, illusions, and external pressures that can easily cloud one's judgment, especially in youth when the mind is still learning and the heart is still vulnerable. It is not because he is a rebellious child or because he intends to go against you. The truth is, he is simply lost, caught between decisions he does not fully comprehend and entangled in an invisible web of influence that, if left unchecked, may prove difficult to escape. As parents, there are moments when we overlook the smallest but most telling signs of change in our children, dismissing them as phases or insignificant shifts in personality. Perhaps you have recently observed a certain transformation in your son, one that has left you puzzled or concerned. Maybe he has grown more distant, his words now carrying an unfamiliar tone. His enthusiasm for sharing details of his day may have diminished, and he might have developed new habits that feel foreign to you. Perhaps his once cherished ambitions now seem to be fading away. There could be secrecy where there was once openness, a guardedness in his eyes that was never there before. If you look closely, you might begin to notice subtle yet undeniable signs. Who does he spend most of his time with? What kind of conversations is he engaging in? Are his friendships uplifting him, or are they pulling him down? There are unseen forces and energies around him that may not be in harmony with the vision you have always held for his future. The very individuals he now considers his closest friends might not be allies at all. Instead, they could be exerting a negative influence over him, subtly shaping his thoughts, values, and actions in ways that are not immediately visible but could have lasting consequences. One of the most challenging yet crucial battles in life is learning how to discern the right people to trust, and unfortunately, your son may not yet possess the wisdom to fully grasp this truth. His heart is still learning, his mind is still exploring the world, and his soul is still discovering its place in the grand scheme of life. The wrong influences can alter his perception, redefine his values, and ultimately dictate the trajectory of his destiny. However, this is not a call for control but a plea for guidance. He does not need to be ruled, he needs to be led. He must come to understand the weight of his decisions, the impact of his surroundings, and the profound yet silent ways in which those around him are shaping his journey. A single wrong step could redirect the course of his life, but at the same time, a single right decision could bring him back toward the light. Although this message arrives as a warning, it also comes with a reassuring promise: your son is not lost beyond saving. The universe is working alongside you. Divine forces are moving in unseen ways to gently redirect his course, and unseen hands are pushing him back toward the life he is truly meant to lead. However, he cannot navigate this path alone. He needs you now more than ever, your unwavering love, steadfast support, and wisdom to help him break free from the negative forces that seek to pull him away. Even if he resists, even if he fails to see the truth at this moment, your role is to remain firm. Be the anchor that prevents him from drifting too far into turbulent waters. Approach him with love rather than judgment. Instead of assuming the worst, invite him into open conversations about his thoughts, dreams, and fears. Create a space where honesty thrives, where he feels safe enough to confide in you, for children often hide their struggles not out of guilt but out of fear of being misunderstood. Encourage him to reconnect with his true self by engaging in passions that bring him joy. Whether it be art, music, sports, or academics, anything that channels his energy into something meaningful. Remind him that he is never alone, that a higher power watches over him, guiding and protecting him. If his current circle of friendships or habits proves to be harmful, do not hesitate to establish boundaries, but do so with love, not force. If you find yourself overwhelmed, seek guidance from trusted mentors, counselors, or spiritual guides who can provide the support both you and he may need. This moment of struggle is temporary, a phase of learning, shaping, and preparation for something greater. One day, he will look back at this period with gratitude, realizing that it was your love, your faith, and your guidance that saved him from a path he was never meant to walk. The universe is working in your favor, and as long as you stand firm, your son will find his way home.